From New York City, weighing 160 1/4 pound, wearing black trunks with a white stripe, Eugene Hairston. From the Bronx, New York, he's wearing white trunks with a black stripe, weighing 168 pounds, the former world's middleweight champion, Jake Lamotta. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is referee Clarence Rosen with the fighter's instructions.
We'll try to pick up the instructions of referee Rosen for you.
They know all the rules. You know all the rules governing boxing in Michigan. You know about the 8 count. That's fine.
Now, Jack knows that as soon as the bell rings, he steps back, and he knows the round is over. Or if you're close, you just flash your hand in between them.
I see. Well, you protect yourselves at all times.
Look, Mr. Rosen, you know what I mean? In your mind, you never referee. When you break them, make sure you step in between them.
That's what I'm going to explain.
Yeah.
You protect yourselves at all times, and I want you to fight away from or avoid clinches. Come here. If you get tied up, I'll come between you and say break. You step back clean. Don't sneak any punches on the parade.
In case God forbid it gets knocked down, make sure you count with your fingers to let them know the count.
That's right. And when the bell rings, the ends around it. That's all. That's all. Shake hands now and come on, fighting.
We're all set now for a 10-rounder. Another one of our Pabst Blue Ribbon boxing specials. Jake LaMotta dancing up and down, limbering up. Here we go. Round 1. LaMotta with the white trunks and black stripes. Eugene Silent Hairston, the opposite colors, black with white. We have 2 minutes to go in round 1. You'll notice, if you watch LaMotta's feet, the flat-footed stance. Hairston likes to bounce a little bit. Strictly a slip. Good sportsmanship. We have a minute to go in round 1. Jake LaMotta, with his back toward our camera, wants to dig to the body if he gets a chance. The bell, the end of round 1, and we're looking at Eugene Hairston. First man in the corner there is Mike Mealy. He's managed Eugene Silent Hairston ever since his amateur days, when Hairston was an outstanding Golden Glover on the New York City Gloves team. Mike, of course, is all motions while talking with Hairston. Hairston is a deaf mute. And now on the opposite side with the big letters Jake on the sweaters of the corner men. 3 Al's working the corner with the main corner man, his back toward us, the dark hair, Al Silvani. The young man standing on the outside of the ropes is Jake LaMotta's young kid brother, Al Lamotta. Getting ready now for round 2. We're in Detroit at the Olympia. The bell, here we go. Hairston, with the black trunks and white stripes, is the superior boxer of the two. Moves more, does more things. Lamotta does not take the punishment that some folks think he absorbs. He rolls, slips, blocks with his elbows. Ready now for round 3 of a middleweight 10-round go between Jake LaMotta, and you see him standing in his corner talking with Al Silvani, and his opponent, whom he fought a draw with out here at this arena, Eugene Silent Hairston. Fought a draw back on March 9th. Lamotta still working downstairs at every opportunity. A little better than halfway through this round. Both boys looking to counter. The bell and the round ends. Hairston standing up a little bit early, in good condition. He's setting a fast pace, as is Lamotta. Here we go. Referee Clarence Rosen, who incidentally is doing an excellent job. It's hard to even see him in the picture. He's just continually talking with the fighters. Warned Hairston to keep his punches up. We have 1 minute and 3/4 to go in this round. The fourth. Another minute remaining in this round. You'll note that Gene Hairston is punching from all angles, trying to outmove Lamotta. Jake is doing the opposite, digging for the body. There's the bell. All ready now for round 5. If you joined us late, a bit of a reminder. Our show is out here at the Detroit Olympia in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Lamotta with the white trunks and black stripes. Eugene Silent Hairston, black trunks with white stripes. .45 seconds remain in this 5th round. It's Lamotta's idea, undoubtedly, to stay as close as possible to Hairston. Not give Gene any room to punch. Keep crowding him. Well, let's look at the one-time middleweight champion of the world, Jake LaMotta. They're working on him. Very confident veteran. Would like to get a chance at Joey Maxim's light heavyweight title. Jake is no longer interested in a crack at the middleweight crown. He's gotten big. And as I said earlier, if you don't mind me repeating a little bit, Jake does not take the punishment, does not get hit as easily as it appears. I'll point out his cornerman again for you, too. Leaning over the ropes, talking with him a little bit, is Jake's youngest brother, Al. And working on him but fast is Al Silvani, chief cornerman. We're getting ready for round 6. Al DiNapoli is the other gentleman in the corner. Round number 6. 2 minutes to go in the 6th round. Scoring system, a little different than we had out on the coast last week. 10 points per round here in the state of Michigan, where Floyd Stevens is the commissioner. In other words, if you feel it's close, it's 5-5 for each boy. If you think that one has the edge, it's 6-4. If it's a bigger edge, 7 points to 3. Strictly on points. Seconds remain in the 6th round. Back at the Detroit Olympia in Detroit, Michigan, getting ready for round number 7. Eugene Hairston all set, standing up. Mike Mealy, his manager, just showed him the combination that he'd like him to deliver. Here we go. Looks like Lamotta is giving you something to shoot at. In other words, the chin or the head. But he rolls with the punches, blocks them beautifully. Midway through this 7th round. The pace has been terrific. A minute more in the 7th round. That's it, the bell ending round 7. Now let's look at Eugene Hairston. Tired? Could be. As we pointed out, the pace is fast. Helping Mike Mealy in the corner is Harry Raskin, one of the better cornermen around Detroit. You'll notice they have the sponge on the back of the neck of Hairston. Mike's putting a little Vaseline on his face. Let the punches glide and slide by. And he's showing him what he wants. Not talking with him. Folks, do you like this fight? Huh? Well, next week we've got a beauty. At the Indianapolis Coliseum, the world welterweight champion Kid Gavilan and Fitzy Pruden getting ready now for round 8. The bell. Two minutes to go in this 8th round. Appears to be hurt. Now he's okay. .30 seconds more in this 8th round of a 10-round thriller here at Detroit. Looks like those cameras are in the ring. Well, that ends round 8. Detroit Olympia, Detroit, Michigan, getting ready for the next to the last round, that is, round number 9. Jake Lamotta, Eugene Hairston. 2 minutes to go in round 9. Lamotta's best punch, although he hasn't been showing it to Hairston in these late rounds, is his left hook. Hairston also carries a good hook, digging it to the body and head. A minute more in this 9th round. Seconds remain in this 9th session. Lamotta will look to spurt undoubtedly. And Hairston doesn't want to let him. That's it. The bell ending the round. We're walking back with Jake Lamotta. This former middleweight champion of the world, as we pointed out, would like to get a crack at the world light heavyweight title, now held by Joey Maxim, Doc Kern's youngster, who's training to defend it against Ray Robinson. And looking at Jake reminds us this afternoon, Neil Lang, that dapper sportsman around here, and Commissioner George Booz of the police department, talking with Jake at the hotel, and Jake said, "This is the big one for me." And now we're looking at Eugene Hairston. Mike Mealy getting him ready, freshening the kid up, 22 years of age. 10-second buzzer. Number 10 can be the big round. Round number 10. Hairston's out there kind of early, but referee Clarence Rosen will have him wait. Both boys touch leather. Here we go. Two minutes to go in the fight. Halfway through this last round, when Clarence Rosen, the referee, took Gene Hairston over to Mike Mealy in his corner, it was to remove some of the Vaseline from him. The punches were sliding by. 1 minute more. Hairston attempting to use speed. Fifteen more seconds. I checked myself on that time. There it is. Fans really loved it out here at the Detroit Olympia. Ben Bentley, the ring announcer, will get the slips. We're looking at Jake Lamotta, now at Eugene Hairston. And don't forget, you Mel Allen fans, Mel has a wonderful guest tonight in Monty Irvin, the star ball player of the New York Giants. When you see boxing matchmakers and top guys in the business applaud after a fight, you know it was a good one. Larry Atkins is here from Cleveland. Babe McCoy, the dapper man from California. And, of course, sportsman Nick Londas, who promoted the show at the IBC, is really beaming. Joe Lenahan and Jack Asbury are the two judges. Now let's get up to the center of the ring and listen to announcer Ben Bentley. Go ahead, Ben. Take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Jack Asbury scores 55-45 for Jake LaMotta. Judge Joe Lenahan scores 52-48 for Jake LaMotta. Referee Clarence Rosen scores 53-47 for Jake LaMotta. Winner, Jake LaMotta.
The winner by unanimous decision, Jake LaMotta. 53-47, 52-48, 55-45. Now, let's size up the fight for you if you don't mind. Jake LaMotta continually pounded toward the body, banging those body blows in for all he was worth. In other words, he was trying to slow down Eugene Silent Hairston, and he did just that. He kept pounding in with his hooks and his right digs to the midsection. Hairston, on the other hand, was content to move, content to box. Boxing, he's a superior boxer. We told you that earlier, and we'll say it again. He was boxing and moving and trying to be that imaginary target, the guy who wasn't there. However, LaMotta was finding him with the body digs and the body blows, finding him all the way. Yes, that seems to be it. LaMotta kept staying inside, flat-footed stance, and finally he caught up with the guy. And of course, as you know, we gave it to you, he won the unanimous decision here tonight, getting the nod of the two judges and referee Clarence Rosen, who incidentally did an excellent job. That's the way we sized it up. Well, that's it. That's it.